Greetings YouTube. I apologize if my energy levels are a little low at the moment. I seem to be having a reaction to a heavy dose of Novocaine I received this morning. I made a comment recently on a Young Turks video. They were talking about how, whether Obama is conservative or not, and yes, Obama is a conservative. And I commented that Nixon and Eisenhower are too liberal for the modern GOP. And someone replied to me and said that Eisenhower and Nixon are too liberal and progressive for the modern Democrats. And I thought about it for a second, and the person was right. I know that there are people who disagree with this, and I cannot quite fathom how they define liberal, progressive, or conservative. But in America, we have two varieties of politicians. We have conservative politicians, known as Democrats, and then we have really conservative politicians, known as Republicans. There is no left in America. They're the Green Party, and they're the closest thing we've got, and there's almost none of them in power, which is a pity. But it's really telling when Eisenhower, who, remember, had a tax rate during his administration against the top income bracket of 94%, and was vocal and outspoken about the fact that the military-industrial complex was a danger to America, was a Republican. And Nixon founded the EPA, not to mention opened discussions and contacts with China. Or as a friend of mine loves to say, only Nixon could have gone to China. I don't know why my friend loves to say that, but every time he does, he chuckles. But in the modern Democratic Party, those things are inconceivable. Can you imagine a Democratic president trying to get an organization like the EPA created today? It would never happen. It'd be too radical. Let alone, of course, the GOP, even though the persons doing these acts, Eisenhower and Nixon, were Republican, and at the time, in Nixon's case, he was very hardline. He began the war on the American middle class. He landed the beachhead, which was taken advantage of by, of course, Reagan and Bush and Cheney, and driving that wedge right into the heart of the American people. But yeah, the Democratic Party in America today is a sad, sad shadow of what it was once in the past, when they stood for the workers' rights, when they stood for environmental protections, when they stood for real progressive liberal attitudes and policies. And today, they're almost all of them just corporatist centrists at best, if not center-right. I know that there are a handful of mildly center-left Democrats out there, but there's only a handful of them. They don't really have any power. And no matter how many times the GOP or Fox News or Hannity or O'Reilly or Limbaugh tell you that the Democrats are all evil leftists, they aren't. Sort of like how the mainstream media is supposed to be all left, except they're all controlled by conservative corporations. It's just smokescreens and mirrors, folks. We need a progressive party in America. We need the Green Party to be in power. We need people even further to the left in the Green Party, in my opinion. We need true social democrats. We need a true socialist democracy in America to save us. To take care of the 99 and not the corporations and the 1%ers. America needs to be of we the people and not we the profit. But that's radical talking at the moment, and it would scare your average Democrat senseless. No politician who calls themselves a Democrat that's been elected to power in the last 20 years would even get near the opinions I just expressed, and that is profoundly depressing.